Welcome to the Christian Liberation Organization. Thank you for joining us for GC5. GC5, God and Country, Declaration of Independence, Part 5. He has obstructed the administration of justice. Comment. Boy, oh boy, has the legal industry done that. Absolutely. By refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. Comment. Now what it is the governor is doing by making mandates. She is making her own laws. That's exactly what she is doing. That's what dictators do. They make their own laws whenever they want. He has made judges dependent on his will alone. Comment. Of course. That's how they control everything. Why do you think you can't sue the governor and get away with it? Because her judges are all on her side. For the tenure of their offices. Comment. That makes sense. And the amount and payment of their salaries. Comment. The king was in complete control. What is going on right now? Not only are they showing complete control in their court system, but they are showing complete control in their licensing. One of the biggest things I have been telling people for years is, why are you getting a license? When you get a license, you are asking for permission from a fictitious entity called government that you allow to exist. That's what you're doing. Even insurance companies are the governments controlling you. You need a license for an insurance company to insure you. It all comes down to a four-letter word: fear. All those nurses, all those doctors, when asked why are they following along, their response is, I need to feed my family. Even property taxes are based in fear. The government has the right to put a lien on your property for failed paid taxes for those that vote. Because by registering to vote and registering our property, we have asked permission to live there because we gave ownership to them. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws. Comment. In other words, they are not paying attention to the Constitution. None of them are. For establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone, for their tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent higher swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out of their substance. Comment. IRS, cops. Absolutely. They have made entities to come after the people. Code enforcement officers. Everything, literally everything that the Founding Fathers said back then was a reason to tell the king to go screw himself and tell the rest of the world to watch what we are doing. That is what this document was for. We are telling the king to go screw himself and want the whole world to watch us. Absolutely. That is what it is saying. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies. Comment. What is a police department? They are standing armies. Without the consent of our legislatures, he is affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. Comment. If we don't do what they say, they will send in the National Guard. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation. Comment. In other words, he makes his own damn rules. He doesn't care what our laws are. Just like today, they don't care what our laws say. For quartering large bodies of armed troops among us. Comment. That's exactly what the police force is. For protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders. Comment. What just happened to Ghislaine Maxwell? She was found guilty on 5 of 6 counts of sex trafficking. But her alone. Nobody else involved is getting in trouble over the crimes. Listen to this next paragraph. Which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states. Comment. Every one of these we are reading is happening today. For cutting off our trade with all parts of the world. Comment. They can stop trade at any split second. For imposing taxes on us without our consent. Comment. Consent. Where do you consent to get taxed? Most people don't know it's when we register to vote, when we fill out an application. What does application mean? It means to beg. We are begging to register to give something away. When you look at your vote, your name is in capital letters. It is a corporate entity they made of you. You gave it to you, the corporation, to control. People have no clue what is going on. It's that simple. Scripture, 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love, and of a sound mind. For depriving us, in many cases, of the benefits of trial by jury. Comment. There are many things in this country we cannot get a trial by jury for. That's wrong. We should have a trial by jury. It's our right for everything. Civil crimes do not give a trial by jury, only criminal. And also of your peers. Peers means people who know you. The system considers those that know you as prejudiced, so disqualify them. The jury is people that don't know you, so they are not your peers. There are 2 things present, a trial by jury or a jury trial. A trial by jury is the jury putting on the trial. It is supposed to be that the jury asks the questions. Instead, the system's attorneys do. Actually, the court gets standing in court when we sign a license. They don't want people to know that that is a contract. That's what it is. That's why on mine, if you read it, I put all rights reserved. I get a copy of that. Anything you sign, you can put next to your signature TDS, which stands for threat, duress, or coercion, because they would not do it without your signature. If you are told they don't make copies, inform them that your lawyer told you that you need a copy of everything you put your signature on. For transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses. Comment. Now, back then, they were taking people and bringing them to England and hanging them, whoever they wanted. They would go into a pretend trial and bingo, hung. Now they just take people and lock them up and say they hung themselves. They also bury people in trial and then lock them up for things they never did. I'm the only man I know that got kicked out of prison twice for these very reasons. Scripture, Acts 5:29. We must obey God rather than men.